I'm Rahinatu Sidiki Alare. I'm a technical officer to ASSAR projects in Ghana. And I kind of got involved when I was doing my master's presentation or defense for my master's work. And I did some work on climate smart agriculture in the Upper East region of Ghana, which is also classified or part of the semi-arid regions of Ghana. Yeah, and then some of my findings, Prof. Gordy was also seated as one of the panelists to assess my presentation, and he found that what I found, my findings in my research work was kind of helpful to the ASSAR project, and thinks probably I had some knowledge or my background in terms of the work I did in Upper East region I could come and add some or could also add my ideas or knowledge on the ASSAR project as to how we move as a country as well as a team in terms of promoting climate change adaptation in semi-arid regions. Yeah, I was looking at climate smart agriculture on smallholder farmers. I was looking at how smallholders are adapting climate smart agriculture adopting climate change, climate smart agriculture in the Upper East region, and I wanted to see, first of all, what is their perception. I was looking at local climate smart agriculture practices that smallholder farmers adopted in Bongo district, to be precise, and I was also looking at how this has improved their livelihoods through the adoption of these practices, and I wanted to see how institutions are also facilitating the adoption of climate smart agriculture within that area. Yeah, so basically this is what I was looking at. For instance, the local CSA practice there included the crop rotation, the mixed farming, adopting contour plowing, and also stone bands, and these were some of the practices they adopted. However, I realized that access to credit was very weak there. Farmers could not even, and they didn't even want to, because looking at the variability in climate, should I go in for credit and I'm not able to repay, I will not be able to, or he or she will not be able to adopt these practices. Yeah, so these were some of the challenges. And one thing about the Bongo district per se is their geology, they have so much rocks, so it makes farming very, very difficult. At the end of the day, adopting climate smart agricultural practices, they couldn't get income, but at least food security was assured for what they could eat, they could get that. But to sell some of their produce to get extra income, that was something that was lacking there. However, the livestock rearing was an important farming practice adopted there, because these farming practices helped them in times of crisis, in times of shocks. They sold this livestock to cushion themselves. Being part of ASSAR, I think my life is becoming better than it was, because I have gained more knowledge in terms of the climate change discourse as well, and my passion has always been to contribute to academia, and also anything that will do to improve the livelihood of rural people. So I think it's being part of ASSAR, I'm moving towards my dream. Yeah, for instance, more often within my research work I carried out, I'm even yet to go back to the district to tell them these are some of my findings and all those things, and we'll see how best. But until I went through this transformative scenario planning and the research into use, it has always been the traditional way of doing your research work and submitting it to your department, and you're through and get your certificate. But it has awakened my understanding that research should not just end into our shelves, or we shouldn't do it just because of our personal interest, but how we could also involve stakeholders on board to fashion out how to move forward as a group in terms of the findings we've carried out in our research. So the RIU and the TSP, I think, is something which is really interesting, and I would like to adopt them in any discourse I find myself. Yeah, with the adoption of this TSP and RIU, I think there will be a positive change in terms of the way we carry out our research work in Ghana here, and also I think it will also promote stakeholder engagement frequently, because more often than not we do things, we don't involve the people who are on board, who are supposed to be the main reasons why we are carrying out or undertaking this research. But with ASSAR and with the introduction of the research into use and the TSP, I think there will be a positive change in terms of development. After ASSAR, I think definitely it wouldn't definitely get into something. I intend going back to school to do a PhD. Yes, and that is something I want to do. And after ASSAR, I think I'll still be part of it. I don't know, but I hope to find myself in academia or even be in non-governmental organizations. Anywhere I'll be, any position I'll find myself to help small rural people in terms of development issues, I'd like to be there.